The 128th Mountain Assault Brigade and Joint Forces continue to hunt heavy Russian armored vehicles and tanks. Russia now seems to have completely faltered in its offensive into eastern Ukraine. We see that especially the assault brigades and joint forces in Kharkiv and its surroundings have achieved great success against the Russian troops. In addition, the joint forces fighting in eastern Ukraine for the independence of Ukraine are also achieving great success. Joint forces have repelled dozens of Russian attacks and destroyed dozens of Russian armored vehicles and tanks over the past week. Today, the 128th Mountain Assault Brigade added to their success and destroyed a Russian BMP. The 128th Mountain Brigade continues to inflict great losses on the Russian army since the beginning of the war. The last vehicle on target was a Russian BMP, and it was destroyed by an accurate shot from the ATGM. Reports shared that all crew members of the BMP were killed. When the Russian BMP, advancing on a plateau in Ukraine, realized that it had been spotted by the 128th Mountain Assault Brigade, it attempted to escape with maneuvers. But he didn't succeed. The BMP tracked and fully amphibious armored combat vehicle has a special place in the world as the first combat vehicle put into mass production. It is known that the model, whose design and production began in the 1960s and was completed in 1967, was exhibited in one of the parades on the streets of Moscow. For now, this amphibious armored combat vehicle continues to be produced by China with new updates. It is reported that the 128th Mountain Assault Brigade also destroyed 2 T-72 tanks and an armored personnel carrier vehicle in the last 5 days. The soldiers of the brigade are doing their best to increase the losses of Russia more and more every day. Russian bombardment in Ukraine hit Zaporizhia in the past hours. It was stated that 2 guided missiles fired by the Russian army fell on civilian settlements in the region. At the same time, great human tragedy is taking place in Mariupol, in the south of the region. A new mass grave image was obtained from satellite images. However, the Ukrainian armed forces lost a little more territory after the lands they lost due to the great Russian pressure in the first days of the occupation. The Ukrainian army also took back some of its lands from Russia. As Russia's attacks in the east continue, support for Ukraine from the USA and its allies is increasing. U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin is holding talks with over 40 countries to give Ukraine more weapons. This is seen as a move that will strengthen the solid resistance of the Ukrainian armed forces since February. Ukraine, which has now activated offensive moves as well as defense, has taken back many towns in the Kherson and Kharkiv region from the Russian army in the last week. At the same time, a news that fell like a bomb on the agenda was shared today. Ukraine began the nationalization of a Belarusian ship carrying out intra-Russian operations. The Belarusian ship Nadezhda and a cargo barge in the port of Izmail in the Odessa region fell into the hands of Ukraine. The ships were used in Russia's operations on the Danube. In addition, a Russian ship was detected during the search in the Black Sea. Russia, whose power in the Black Sea is decreasing day by day, has not made a move in this regard at the moment. With the loss of Moskva, a great deal of blood has been lost in the Black Sea, and in the same period, Russia's 2 warships were heavily damaged. For this reason, it will not make a new move without getting over the shock on the Russian Navy in the Black Sea. At the same time, the Odessa landing,